of Tottenham, I know Sim, I know you, Henry. I'm going to go Sim first. You both got very different views on what you want to happen. You're very much behind Big Ange, and you want him to stay. Is that right?
Yeah, I've been pretty consistent on that throughout the whole season. I understand we're in 12th position. We know that's not good enough. We know we shouldn't be in that position. And in some cases, I think obviously he has to take responsibility for being in that position. You can't shy away from that. I think he's made mistakes this season. He's probably overplayed a few players. And in certain games like Ipswich or Brighton, he's got the tactics wrong. And, we've dropped silly points. But look, I think everyone realizes that after Conte, Mourinho, and Nuno, they needed pretty much a hard reset from this football club. We were going in completely aimless direction. We were not going in any direction really. We kind of had a kind of flip flop philosophy, going for a win now manager, but not really backing him with win now players. And so for me, I just felt like we needed to go in this direction where we've got young players attacking football, actually build a project with these younger players. And basically, that's the only way that we're going to catch up with the bigger sides, is actually give it time to breathe and give it time to build a project, because we're not a club that's going to be spending the money required like Chelsea or City or Arsenal, Liverpool to a lesser extent, to really keep up with the top teams, in my opinion. So we need to do it by investing time in these young players. And so it's going to mean some short-term pain, and that's what we're seeing at the moment, especially with this injury crisis. I thought that before the injury crisis, things were going okay, not perfect, but I don't think it was sackable form. And then the injury crisis has hit, and it's led to basically over the last 8 games, we've basically hit kind of like relegation form. But for me personally, I'm willing to go through that and see where we come in the other side. I think we're showing we could be a very good cup team this season. We're doing very well in all the cups at the moment. I'm hoping once the injuries and players come back, we're going to turn around our form in the league as well. And we've shown this season at our very best when Ange has, the correct pieces. We have actually defenders playing at the back instead of 18-year-old midfielders, and we're not completely hamstrung with injuries and fatigue. We're a team to be feared. We went to Etihad and won 3-0. Like you even saw on Wednesday, against a very strong Liverpool team, we had a lot of injuries, and we're able to come away with a victory after a very good performance. So I think at our best, we've shown what we're capable of, and I think we just need to give Ange time to sort out these problems, get the pieces in place, and I think we're going in a good direction. But knowing that right now, obviously, if we finish in 12th, if we finish in the position we're in, there'll have to be an uncomfortable conversation at the end of the season.
Yeah, I get the uncomfortable conversation. Henry, you're the opposite end. Every opportunity you get, you're calling for Big Ange to go.
Tonight, he says, tonight, every day, tonight.
For me, it's look, Sim makes a lot of good points.
But
however, I don't. The thing which I value in how you look at a manager's ability is if they can tactically change things up. Now, Ange did do that against Liverpool, and I think praise was due. However, there's been a lot of times Ange has been manager, and I think criticism is due. To play this one-way gung-ho when you've got a back four of Spence, Porro, Dragusin and Gray is suicide. It's career suicide. When we've had our fully fit squad, however, we still lost to Crystal Palace. We still lost to Ipswich, even with a strong enough team. And I look at the group of players we've got now, that squad, in my opinion, is equal to Nottingham Forest's. It's better than Fulham's. It's better than Bournemouth's. It's better than Brentford's. But all of those managers have got a manager in there who can tactically change it up on a weekly basis. You can't tell me that Nottingham Forest, pound for pound, have got a better midfield than Spurs or a better back line than Spurs. And it also goes hand in hand. We've had more hamstring injuries since the start of last season by a long way than anyone else. Is that maybe due to the intensity of the system? Maybe. Because we're gung-ho for 90 minutes. That game against Liverpool was the first game I have seen, I would argue, other than Wolves at home under Ange, as well as City away. So 3 games in 65 where we've actually had a more tactical approach to actually have a more pragmatic approach. I'm not saying I want to watch Conte football every single week, but there needs to be a balance. And I don't see that with Ange. And I look at the board we've got. Is it ever going to improve? Are we ever really going to give Ange Postecoglou the right players? Probably not. But you can't tell me that this squad's 12th in the league. Don't get me wrong. If we beat Liverpool, I'll be more than behind him. However, if we lose to Liverpool, the narrative has been up to this. Just give them the cups, give them the cups. Well, if that's the case, currently we're just hovering above, 12th or 10th in the Europa League? And we could go out to Liverpool. So there's got to be a balance with what we're saying. Sim makes some good points. Got a lot of good young players. Like Bergvall for me has got so much potential, but there's also a lot of duds in that team. Rada Dragushin can't play it out from the back to save his life. But I don't know where rival fans kind of sit with Ange, because for me, I just think that it's a walking time bomb.
Yeah. Come on, Chris, you've gone all in here.
Mate, I've got absolutely nothing in my hands.
Oh, he's on the
I've got nothing.
The bottle job has begun for Liverpool.
It just had to be done, I'm afraid, because I was the small blind next, wasn't I? So I had to go all in because I was basically leaving myself a big blind left.
Ooh.
I don't think you've got any problems.
Come on, Eileen. Come on. Oh.
Oh no.
What's the last hand? What is the last
he's
card?
slow rolling.
Oh,
2-3.
Two of you out, baby.
2 out.
2 gone.
Henry missed
days, that is terrible.
See ya. Which basically means us 3 remaining are definitely going to be in the final live in Nottingham in 3 weeks' time. So happy days. Well done, gents. Well done.
Pathetic.
Good job, lads.
Right, can I just jump in on the Ange Postecoglou debate though?
Yeah, of course you can.
Because I haven't got any poker to play no more. You can give the wrong man time. You can absolutely give the wrong man time. And Ange Postecoglou is not a coach. He's a manager, and he goes out there and he says to people, coach this way, please. And I don't even think he's got the best coaches. Like, yeah, you can talk about the players and stuff, but is he improving those players? No, he's not improving those players at all. Not one of those players is better than they were when he took over. Like, it's just from the outside looking in.
I disagree with that.
I think Kulusevski's improved.
Yeah, fair. Okay, one player, brilliant.
Johnson, I think he's improved since he's come in. I think there are quite a few players. You look at the youngsters.
I think as a squad and as a team, they've not improved. And I think that's fair to say.
Like, the argument on it, though, is, Sim, would you not agree that there's a blueprint out there on how to beat Spurs?
He did it! He done it! I thought he might have it, but I thought with 3 of a kind, I thought I'd give it a go. Oh,
God.
I had the money to do that, though, Hugh. Sorry to interject. I had the money to do that. I had the money to do it. Sorry, back to yourself. Sorry.
What's going on here? Is that the game ended?
No. Me and Hugh just went head to head and both had really good hands.
Right, so the table is empty as I'm seeing it.
Yeah, 3. There's 3 left. Oh, because you're out. That's why you're...
Right, yeah. That's because I think that's because you're out.
So how am I going to get your...
Oh, I see. So the table's empty on stream, is it?
Yeah, the table's empty on stream.
Well, you can't spectate.
I don't know, mate.
That's something we've learned. We're still going to keep playing, but yeah.
So Henry, who, if you were to sack Ange tonight, as you keep calling for, who would you appoint?
Can someone share their poker screen on the Zoom?
Yeah, because I can't see it either. Who would I appoint? That is the $1 million question. Now, who I want to appoint immediately, you're all going to go, nah, you're out of your fucking mind. I personally would look at someone like Xavi. Now, Tottenham notoriously pay managers.
Xavi.
Yeah, but
can someone share the poker screen on Zoom?
Yeah, I've not got mine on my computer, so either Sim or
okay.
Hugh,
Let me try and do that.
Yeah.
1 sec.
Check.
Oi. Should have gone in then. Should have gone in more. Yeah. So you want Xavi, Henry? Go back to Xavi. You want Xavi?
Yeah, he'd be someone I'd look at. Tottenham notoriously pay the managers one of the highest wage in the league. He's managed in multiple countries. He's won league titles in Spain. He's got a better footballing CV than Ange Postecoglou. He's younger than Ange Postecoglou. So the word project, you can't.
Yeah.
Are we really going to have Ange Postecoglou here in 10 years when he's nearly 70 years of age? Probably not. I think Xavi plays Xavi has proven at Atletico Madrid away, at Real Madrid away, and in the Champions League, he can switch things up. Whereas I look at someone like Ange, and other than 3 games out of 65, let's be honest, and I ask this question to everyone, and everyone gives me one answer. Would you say there is a blueprint out there on how to beat Tottenham Hotspur? Yes, there is. You sit back, soak up pressure, and counter-attack. And we don't have an answer to that. And we've proven that against Ipswich, against Crystal Palace, against Wolves, against Nottingham Forest, against the worst Arsenal team in terms of performances, turned up to Tottenham's ground and scored a goal and went, okay, come out and attack us. and we don't have an answer to it.
I just want to say, guys. Sorry, I just want to say, in terms, I know that. Sorry, I want to. Sorry, Henry. I just want to interject. I know that Sim is sharing his screen, but the viewers are still seeing us play live. The viewers are seeing it, and I think that's all that matters, right?
But it's because there's a 3-minute delay.
Ah, yes, that's why. Yes, sorry, they're going to see that in 3 minutes. I forgot. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
For me, in terms of the narrative that Chris and Henry were saying that the Spurs have improved, I think I just disagree with that.
Spurs, I haven't had a say on this. I've had enough of listening to this nonsense.
Go on, Hugh.
With all due respect, the manager is hilarious. He's hilarious. Just explain to me why he keeps staring at the floor when he's being talked to. Why can he not look anyone in the eye? Is it because he knows he's a massive fraud? And they are incredibly easy to play against. You've lost literally 50% of your games this season. One win in the last, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, is it? In the league. And
we're not talking about
you enjoy the football. You're actually destined to stay in mid-table mediocrity without winning a trophy forever. You don't get it. You just don't get it. You're not demanding enough.
You don't get it, Hugh.
You're not demanding enough. You're not demanding enough. Sorry. This is not an entitlement issue, but if Tottenham ever want to get out...
Oh, no, Sim, you need to... We can see your cards, Sim.
Oh, right. I found out. So,
why'd you tell him?
Right.
Why'd you tell him?
On settings, go to streamer mode, mate.
On our settings on the poker.
Also,
whoa, we're seeing your entire screen.
What are we going to see in your desktop? What are we going to see? Also, whoever else, if someone could try and mute their thing because it keeps telling them what we're doing.
I think it's Hugh.
It must be Hugh. Turn your sound off, Hugh.
How do I do it?
Right, so streamer mode there on the left-hand side.
Stream.
Down.
Where is it?
Down.
Yeah, streamer mode.
Yeah, on. And then apply just underneath. No, you didn't apply it.
Is it? It's not a two-way. It's not a two-way.
There's a great comment here on my channel, Henry. This is Henry is a terrible Spurs
Where's
fan.
he gone? Settings.
Settings. Streamer mode.
Okay.
On. Apply. Now you can go.
There we go.
And we're still seeing it.
Oh, you still see it?
Oh, hang on 1 second.
It's on my computer.
Right.
I'll just wait because the screen is still blank on my thing. I'll wait for it to catch up.
Oh, wow. This is
Put it back on. Put it back on, Sim, so we can see.
Where is it gone?
Well,
no.
We'll have all of this ironed out.
You need to not share your full screen. You need to just share a window,
I know.
mate.
I'm trying to. Share the window.
Yeah,
okay, man. So let me stop sharing it. 1 sec. Sorry.
Sim, you use a computer like my nan.
No, this is confusing. I've got too many tabs open. Okay.
You've never. It looks like you've never shut a tab in your life. To be honest,
is that all right?
Yeah, that's good. Right, Joe, can you get that?
And then
mate?
how do I see what cards I have?
They're in a bottom bar, a separate bar underneath.
Ah, okay. Got you. I was doing well before all of this. I've been blinded out.
I love the fact that Sim uses the computer like he's 92. It's brilliant. It is, or a Mac, I should say.
Every web page open he's ever been to. I saw AOL.com was the first one open there, you know.
I hear ya.
I hear ya. I'm making those noises again. Hold on.
No, it's not. I've not heard any noises. Okay, whatever you did, it worked perfect, mate. It worked perfect. It worked perfect. So we can get back to playing now as well, which is great.
Can the stream? Oh, the stream can see finally. We're back.
Yeah. The stream's got it. Like, viewers, make sure like buttons are hit as well. Make sure you're all subscribing to all of the channels, people. Get that done. And
Hugh, can I go back to what you were saying about Ange?
Let's get back to it.
Yes.
By that logic, you would have sacked Arteta, right? Probably in his first 2 seasons. Am I
would have done,
fair?
yes. That's correct, yes. I would have
and
done.
Would that have been the right decision?
Well, I mean, I guess the jury's still out, mate. I don't know.
Oh, really? So you don't think it was worth sticking with him at this point? You don't know that?
We will find out. Yes. We will find out because we're very close to becoming quite, in need of another rebuild. It's not going to be too long before our top players are either wanting to leave or are at a stage where their contracts have run down and we've got to either reinvest. It's going to get complicated quite soon. This is why he's under pressure to win a trophy now.
Yeah, I understand that, but he's 6 years down the line. Ange is still 18 months in. Clearly that was the remit to be kind of like starting from with a young project, a lot of young players, a lot of teenagers. Look, as I've said before this injury crisis, things weren't going too badly. Like, yes, it was not perfect, and we were still a team that slipped up a few times, maybe unnecessarily, but I still felt that there was something to build on. You could see when this team was at their best. I think we're a match for anyone. And I think once he gets the players in place, I think we're going to go in the right direction. Right now, it's hard to see that. We're in 12th. You're right. We've lost 50% of our games, and that's obviously not good enough. And obviously that can't continue. But for me, I don't want to get rid of him now. Give him till the end of the season and assess it at that point. I think getting rid of him mid-season doesn't help anything. It just continues the chaos. What are we going to get an interim from now to the end of the season and then start a new kind of cycle come the end of the season? I think it doesn't help anything, in my opinion.
If you're doing long term, for sure, but then expect a rocky road ahead, because it doesn't.
I agree with you, and I'm willing to go through that. That's what I'm saying. I'm willing to kind of go through that rocky road.
You'll know better than anyone when you
100%
lose a player of the quality of like Harry Kane. The money that's spent is so crucial, and so often it's so difficult for you to hit the target again with these signings that. You're about to lose Son as well from the looks of things. He's got how long has he got left realistically?
Well, he just signed. He's 18 months.
I know, but how long has he got left realistically? I'm not talking about the contract.
18 months.
I'm talking about whether he's any good.
No, he's talking about how good he is.
Oh,
you're going to need a new again. You're blooding talent, fantastic, but it's just you've got to capitalize in a short window with these players and managers. And I already think that you've made your mind up about who you are with the constant shuffling. You change your manager every 2 windows.
Exactly. That's my point, Hugh. That's my point. That's why we need to stick with him. That's my point. You're making my point for me.
If that's who you are going forward, then,
Well, he's already said that 100 times. It's who we are. That's all he fucking says. We'll get back 4-0 and he'll just say it's who we are.
I needed that.